What's up, everybody? It's your boy Glenn. I'm back with my prediction for a first round mock draft. Let's get into it. I'm going to do all the teams here for first round. I think Caleb Williams is going number one to the Chicago Bears. And I think Jaden Daniels will be going number two to Washington. This is not what I would do, but this is what I think will happen. I think Drake May goes number three to New England. And honestly, Washington, New England, and Chicago are all teams that I think could make pretty strong comebacks this year and be competitive teams if their rookie quarterbacks perform. They get some good production out of their rookie quarterbacks, and I think those will be three teams that can be competitive in their respective divisions. I think Chicago will be the best of the three if Caleb Williams is what we're hoping for here in Chicago. But I do think the NFC North is going to be an incredibly tough division this year. At four, I think Arizona stays put and takes Maserati Marv. At five is where I think the first trade of the draft happens. I think Minnesota moves up to take a quarterback, and I do think it is probably J.J. McCarthy. I think that's the only reason they went and got pick number 23 was to package that with 11 and go and get a higher draft pick for a quarterback. At six, I think the Giants should take Rome here. I think he's a better complement to the receivers they already got, but supposedly there's a lot of love for Neighbors in New York, so I bet Neighbors goes 6 to the New York Giants, and Joe Alt goes 7 to the Tennessee Titans. At 8, I know a lot of people are like, there's no way Atlanta could pick another skill player. I think they should. I think they should go and take Rome. I think he's the best player on the board. And then also, I think that he completes their offense in a way that will complement Drake London well, will complement their offseason additions and like Darnell Mooney, and they got somebody else that's kind of like a smaller receiver. I think going to get Rome just solidifies them as a top tier offense, assuming Kirk Cousins comes back and plays pretty well. At 9, I am a Bears fan. I think they lean trade out scenario here if the three wide receivers are gone, Joe Alt's gone. I think they lean trade here. So I'm going to trade with the Colts in this scenario, and we'll just go with that for a trade. Or actually, in my notes, I threw in a little sweetener here from the Bears to the Colts. Maybe it's like a fifth, but we'll throw that in. 9 for first and second this year from the Colts. And I think the Colts come up and they get a cornerback. If you look at their defense is pretty close to being pretty darn good. They need a good difference-making CB1, and I think Quinyon Mitchell can be that for them. Some people might think, hey, maybe they're trading up for that fourth wide receiver. Nope, they're trading up for the who they think is the best cornerback in the draft, and I'm going to make that Quinyon Mitchell. At number 10, I know a lot of people have mocked him to New York Jets. I'm going to go Brock Bowers for what I think will happen. I don't really love this pick for them. I don't really love Brock Bowers this high in general, but we're going to go ahead and mock him here. There are a couple players, on a side note, after the first 10 picks, there are a couple players I could really see falling. I could see Jaden Daniels falling in this draft for sure, although Schefter has been reporting that he's pretty much all locked to Washington. Somehow that doesn't happen. It wouldn't shock me if he falls. Could also see Brock Bowers falling to closer to like the 20th pick. Just a couple side notes. At 11, I got the Chargers taking Talise Fuaga. You put Rashawn Slater on one side, Fuaga on the other side. Now you got two bookend tackles. I think Harbaugh's going to build inside out here in Los Angeles. 12. Denver needs a quarterback. I don't think they go quarterback here. I don't think there's a quarterback justified taking here unless you really love Penix or Nix, I guess. But I'm thinking you probably eye them. The Broncos don't have a second round pick, so like maybe you're thinking, man, they really have to. Maybe it's like a trade back spot, try to get another pick. I don't know. I could see them going quarterback here. I'm going to go Latu for the sake of this mock draft. I think an edge rusher does a lot for their defense. At 13, I got the Raiders really finishing out their offensive line with a nice flexible piece with Troy Fontenot. Number 14, I got the New Orleans Saints taking Olu Fushanu. They're another team. Those three teams are all three teams that could go quarterback. I doubt Denver for sure trades up for a quarterback just because they got limited capital as it is. I guess like if Daniels slides, I could see one of these teams, either the Raiders or the Saints, trading up for a quarterback. But I just don't know if Nix or Penix are guys you take this high in the first round. I think you take what you think are close to blue chips with two stud offensive linemen there. Number 15, I have the Chicago Bears taking Jared Verse. I could see Dallas Turner here. I could also see one of these interior guys. We're going to go Jared Verse here for the Bears. At 16, I got the Seattle Seahawks coming back and taking Dallas Turner. One pick after the Bears take Verse. Come on, internet. At 17, Jaguars, I'm going to have them taking Nate Wiggins out of Clemson. The Bengals, I got them taking an interior defensive lineman. Pick your poison between Johnny Newton and Byron Murphy. I'm going to go Byron Murphy here for the Bengals. At 19, I got the Rams coming right back and taking Johnny Newton. Got to fill that Aaron Donald void. At 20, I got the Pittsburgh Steelers thinking between J.C. Latham and Amarius Mims. I'm going to go Mims for the sake of this pick. I think he offers a little bit more upside. I think he's got that left tackle capability, which I think in a perfect world, he would go left tackle. Broderick Jones from last year maybe goes to right tackle. I like that pick for the Steelers. 21, Dolphins are actually a pretty good roster looking at their roster, but they could use some interior offensive line help. I know they picked up Aaron Brewer, but their guard situation's a little shaky. We're going to go Graham Barton. He's going to be a plug-and-play guard right away. Philadelphia Eagles. I think cornerback is probably their biggest position in need, but it would not shock me if they just go ahead and take J.C. Latham. I think he's got some positional versatility. I also think he could be the Lane Johnson replacement at some point. Pick number 23, LA Chargers with their second first-round pick after trading down with the Minnesota Vikings. I got them going Kool-Aid McKinstry out of Alabama. Number 24, the Dallas Cowboys. I have them going Jackson Powers Johnson. They need some offensive line help. They pride themselves on their offensive line there. They lose Tyler Biadasz. Zach Martin's getting older. They lose their left tackle as well. Let's go ahead and pick a center who can come in and play at a pretty high level right away. You put him next to Zach Martin. You start filling in some other pieces of that offensive line. I like that pick for the Cowboys. Pick number 25, the Green Bay Packers. They're going to take Cooper DeJean. I don't know if he's going to play safety, going to play corner, going to be kind of a piece you can move around, but they seem to like flexibility there. They picked Lucas Van Ness last year. He's got a lot of positional versatility as well. They picked Cooper DeJean also out of Iowa. I could see that being somebody that they would like a lot in that Green Bay Packers locker room. 26, Tampa Bay Buccaneers are a team that needs help at quite a few positions. Looking at their roster, they scream like a team that could have a letdown season after making the playoffs last year. Todd Bowles does have that team playing hard whenever they do play, but they got a lot of holes in their roster. In this first round, we're going to go ahead and take Terrion Arnold. He'll be able to play some slot for them. Maybe rotate on the outside a little bit, but one of the best players available, and think Bucks just pick one of the best players available at one of the positions they need. Terrion Arnold fits that bill in this pick. Number 27, Cardinals took Marvin Harrison Jr. with their first pick in the first round. I could see them going wide receiver again, as crazy as that sounds. But I think more realistically, they address a different position. Let's go Zach Frazier here on the interior offensive line. They got a couple tackles that should be able to be serviceable, but their interior offensive line is a little shaky. Zach Frazier should hopefully shore that up a little bit. Number 28, the Bills are partying because they need a wide receiver. They didn't trade up, and there's a few good options right here at the top of the board. Best players available. I personally think the best player available, highest upside, most talent, is A.D. Mitchell, but I think Brian Thomas fits a little bit better what they're trying to do in Buffalo and a little bit better with the culture. 80 is a little bit of a question mark with his effort at times from things I hear. So let's go Brian Thomas Jr. 29, Detroit. I could see A.D. Mitchell being a pick here, but we're going to go ahead and go Ennis Rakestraw out of Mizzou. PFF says they need guard and center help. I don't really see that. I see them needing some edge help potentially, definitely corner, maybe a little bit at receiver. I think their interior offensive line's okay. Baltimore, their interior offensive line's not great. There's not anybody here that screams great interior offensive line pick. Maybe Jordan Morgan's more of an interior guy to some people. We're going to go Tyler Guyton. Ronnie Stanley's getting a little older. Guyton, you could probably play him at guard and you'd be fine, but he's got tackle capabilities as well. That's going to be our pick for the Baltimore Ravens. San Francisco 49ers. We're going to go ahead and take Jordan Morgan, who I just talked about as a possibility for the Baltimore Ravens. And then Kansas City Chiefs. They're not scared of a little bit of character concerns. Somebody who they think is the most talented player still on the board. This guy's going to catch a lot of touchdowns for the Chiefs as a rookie. Adonai Mitchell. One more quick recap. Caleb goes 1, Jayden 2, Drake 3, Marv goes 4. Minnesota trades up to get J.J. McCarthy. Before the Giants go Neighbors, Titans go Joe Alt, Atlanta goes Rome Dunze. Colts trade up to get the best corner on the board in their minds. Jets take Brock Bowers a little earlier than I would take. I would take him. I know he's a good player, but I just think that he doesn't have the value to be going as high as top 10. Chargers go Tuis Fuaga. Broncos go Latu. Raiders go Fountainow. Saints go Fashanu. Bears, with their second first rounder, go Jared Verse. Seahawks go Turner. Jags go Wiggins. Bengals go Byron Murphy. Rams go Johnny Newton. Steelers go Marius Mims. Dolphins go interior offensive line with Graham Barton. Eagles go J.C. Latham. Chargers with their second first-round pick go Kool-Aid. Cowboys lock down the center spot with Jackson Powers Johnson. Packers get the versatile Cooper DeJean. Bucks go best player available with Terrion Arnold. Zach Frazier to the Cardinals with their second first-round pick. Bills get their wide receiver of the future with Brian Thomas Jr. Ennis Rakestraw to the Detroit Lions at 29. Ravens and Niners get some offensive line help with Tyler Guyton and Jordan Morgan, respectively. And then A.D. Mitchell ends up in Kansas City. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you like my mock draft. Who do you think I picked too early? Who did I pick too late? Do you agree with me that you could see Jane Daniels, Brock Bowers, maybe some others sliding? Who do you guys think is the steal of the draft? Comment below. Get involved. Till next time, is your boy Glenn. Peace.